Greetings everyone, this is AIM. I'm going to switch over to the Drawpile tab so we can get started. Hey everyone, I'm AIM, former Demon Duke. Now I work a 9-to-5 job. When that gets too annoying, I show up here for a little bit of recreational VTubing. Today with me I have Disembodied Voices, who, if you're into VTubers, you've probably seen him around as well. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, it's me, Disembodied Voices. The cat possessed by demon, I guess. I don't know, whatever. We're here to draw. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so today we've got another canvas open. This is actually not our first Drawpile. I posted the results of the previous one on Twitter a little earlier. And oh yeah, before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and shout you out because I have a bad habit of not shouting out my Drawpile compatriots.
Nah, it's fine.
So hold on one second. Disembodied. Is your channel title Disembodied Voices both words?
Yeah, both words. Plural on voices. Yep, there it is.
Cool. Yeah, and he has been streaming a lot of Cyberpunk, going through that game. So.
Yeah.
All right. So we got.
All right. Well.
Yeah. I was going to mention we've got the secret theme coming up.
Secret theme.
Yep. So I was thinking, I do have two themes thought up. So if you don't like the first one, let me know, and we'll veto it and hear the second one.
Okay.
But for the first theme, I was thinking, so you're this cat creature possessed by demons and stuff like that, but you have all your your hands that come out, and you got your big sharp teeth and stuff. And I thought maybe we could do like an Eldritch type theme, like Cthulhian type stuff.
Okay.
If you'd be interested in doing that.
I can do that. That sounds good to me.
Cool.
Is this right? I'm calling this. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Cthulhu stuff, huh? Man, Lovecraftian stuff is really cool, I think.
True. One thing I was thinking is last night I did everything I drew without reference. Today I might do something a little different just because I don't know enough Cthulhu stuff without reference. So, I'll leave it up to you.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna use my brain. We'll see how it is. So whenever I think Cthulhu, right, there's always tentacles involved, right? Tentacles,
Sure.
always.
Yeah.
Always, no matter what. I guess like demonic portals too. While we're
Sure.
at it too.
Yeah. Also, hey, Bottle of Mercury, thank you for following.
Hey, Mercury, how's it going?
Let's see. I think I'm going to start by drawing just your standard guy with a tentacle face and a cloak. That seems like a good.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
the old trusty.
Old standard. Old reliable, as it were, right?
Right. Yeah. Everyone loves that.
Here we go. Tentacle, huh?
Do.
What else? What are we? There's always the
It got me thinking. It got me thinking. I was listening to the Bloodborne soundtrack again yesterday, and man, that's a good game full of lots of Cthulhian type stuff.
Oh yeah, I would love to play that on stream sometime. I just need a capture card.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I got you. Man, fun game. I was actually thinking about playing it again, but I don't have a capture card either, and these days it's hard for me to make myself play something that I'm not going to stream because I'm playing so much on stream. So.
Oh yeah. And I wish I could say that's true for me too, but I'm just always gaming.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fine too. As long as you're having.
Maybe I'm not a gamer, but I definitely am always playing something. I think we were talking earlier, but I'm currently playing a lot of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Unreasonable amount of Monster Hunter, to be honest.
I get you. That's fine. I know when Rise came out a little while ago, I was definitely in that same boat.
Oh yeah?
Playing quite a lot of Rise. I haven't been playing it so much lately, but when it came out, I was playing it quite frequently. Excuse me. I almost thought about making that our theme today, Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
This man has a very long arm. Wild.
Mm-hmm.
What's the hotkey to drag? Space? Okay, there. I found
Oh,
it. Space.
gotcha. I did a Call of Cthulhu campaign recently, like a D&D style, but Call of Cthulhu is the game, and
Yeah.
that was pretty fun. It was another very Cthulhu relevant thing. I think I ended up going crazy and exploding by the end of the events.
What?
Classic.
So I've heard of it, the system. How does the system usually work? Is it still a D20 based thing like D&D or what?
Yeah, it's basically all D&D mechanics. I think the only thing that's extra is they add the sanity stat, and things affect that quite a lot throughout the campaign. So yeah, we would keep, like, for instance, you see something that's eldritch or something that's not of this world, and your sanity goes down from seeing it.
Right.
And then you have to continue to pass your sanity checks and stuff. So yeah, it's basically D&D just with that extra stat, pretty much.
With extra suffering, as it were, huh?
Yes. And boy, did we suffer.
Boy, that's exciting.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
For me, I think any system's good. I usually like it when systems add some sort of something that encourages roleplay more, I guess.
Oh, I see.
I feel like a lot of times when you start as a roleplay, rather in a tabletop or something like that, you're not used to the idea of having roleplay. A lot of people kind of come in with, like, it's a video game and so on and so forth, right?
I know what you mean, yeah, for sure.
God.
I have a lot of like roleplay experience, but most of the roleplay I've done is like on forums and things. So real time roleplaying was actually a little different for me. But I guess that said, all VTubers have at least a little bit of experience with real time roleplays.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Oh man.
At least a little.
Imagine being a VTuber. I can't even imagine. Imagine.
Yes. Every now and then I think about that I'd like to lean into the character a bit more, because as strange as my character may look, personality wise, he's basically just me. So I don't know.
Well, that's okay. I think if it's just a reflection of yourself, boy, this guy's arm is weird. If it's just a reflection of yourself, that's not a bad thing at all.
Mm.
I would think, at least.
I got you. Hey, Lloyd's Belvoir. Good to see you. Oh yeah.
Hey.
Today, Voices is a guest on my channel.
Welcome, Lord's Beaver. I've been told is the pronunciation.
Oh, Beaver. Okay, gotcha.
Beaver, yeah.
I see. Blame the Normans. Okay. Well, I got you, Lloyd Beaver.
Normans, yeah. Because it's not on Voices channel. Yes. This is hosted by AIM. AIM is the one that approached me about this collaboration. See, I'm not social, and interactions cause me intense amounts of fear.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
Let's give this guy like a trench coat, right? That's like the standard PI investigator kind of look, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he should have hair too.
Sure. Maybe I'll draw my character from that Call of Cthulhu campaign.
Ooh, yeah.
That'll be fun. I'll do it next. Catch again. But yeah, I'm glad you agreed to come on. It's funny, when I started reaching out those feelers, no pun intended with our Cthulhu theme. I started reaching out those feelers, and I wasn't sure if anybody was going to respond, and instead, everybody responded.
Oh no!
So no, it was a good thing, but it did keep me busy this month. But it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad I got the encouragement to reach out to people, and that people were so receptive.
Yeah.
That was nice.
I mean, in the end, most of us are just here for fun. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, obviously.
Yeah.
But we're just here to have fun, and when someone's like, hey, you want to hang out and just draw and doodle and stuff? I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good time. Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
How do I zoom in?
Oh, there's a little slider at the bottom. I think it's set to 100% at default, um, but you can wiggle
Oh,
around
yeah.
wherever you need it to be. Yeah, I know what you mean, Lloyd Beaver. It's even now, like with the success I had with this first one, so getting responses and the good times I've had. When it came time to line up stuff for September, I found myself, just paralyzed again, like unable to send the messages and ask people if they wanted to do new stuff. Thankfully, I've got a couple of those sent, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, even for somebody who's reached out before, it can be hard to do the follow up. I find.
It's like I don't know if this is the same thing for you, but when starting stream, it's always nerve-wracking. But once you start,
Yeah, true.
it's done. It is all the nerves go away. It's we're good to go.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, I definitely feel that way sometimes. Like for instance, when I did my first karaoke stream, I was incredibly nervous.
Oh, you're braver than me.
Yeah. But it turns out that it's actually a lot of fun. I don't think I'm nearly as nervous nowadays, especially because if you watch other people do karaoke, they're always having fun with it and they're not getting too like self-conscious, and that helps me not be so self-conscious myself. So,
Right.
it's not bad.
Many others have done it before. You can do it too, kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I'm not the first. I won't be the last. Anyways, that said, I'm not sure quite how September is going to go. I'm sure I'll do at least a few more Drawpiles. But I do have some other plans for September too. I actually have my 6-month anniversary of streaming coming up.
Oh, let's go! Congratulations.
Yeah. And that'll be in April 19th. And I am thinking of a couple of fun things that I would like to do for that stream. The funny part is, by now, so I've done drawing with viewers, and I've done karaoke. So I don't have those to like fall back on, but I do have some other fun ideas. It'll be good one way or another.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah. You have anything special planned for September?
Man, no, I guess not.
I got you.
A lot of the time, here's a little bit pulling back the curtain. I don't have a lot of plans. A lot of things happen live. I'll think of an idea on stream, or someone suggests something like, "Well, that sounds like a really good idea. Let's do it right now."
I see.
It's on Sundays. I recently started watching food videos with everyone. Right. That was not planned. Just one day, I was hungry during stream and ordered food, and then we decided to watch food videos, and it's just worked out.
I see. Yeah, that's not a bad thing either. Especially because if it's something that your chat is expressing interest in real time, then why not just do it? So I definitely get that. Yeah.
And honestly, I touch on what you were saying earlier. I think you're way braver than I have, because I have not reached out to anyone ever for collaborations.
I get you.
Maybe not in the regard of like a fear of being rejected. I just people interaction difficult,
Absolutely, yeah. And I find, at least I found so far, that people are very receptive to it. It's just, it is that step of, do I make the first move? Am I assuming too much that the person will want to do it? But usually, and I apply this to almost everything. If you're feeling one way, then the other person's probably feeling the same way, statistically. So.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think people want to hang out and stuff. It's hard to make that first move. So.
I guess it's true. That makes sense. It's a lot of times, generally speaking, it's we're not unique.
Yeah.
In that regard, generally speaking, right?
True.
I think. Yeah, I guess if you think of it that way, it's easier to overcome a lot of these fears because everyone's nervous. It's okay, kind of
Right.
thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Even people who you think wow, they've got a really nice stream or a really great, like, maybe they seem like they're a bigger streamer than you. Um, I think even those people, a lot of times they want to hang out and stuff too, and it's just hard to tell unless you ask.
Right, that's true. That's true.
I think. Unless they're, just being nice to me. That's also fine if that's what they're doing. I don't object to that either.
Yeah, I guess so. And there's nothing wrong with that either, if you think about it. If they're nice enough to give you a chance, even if they never thought of it before, that's
Yeah, sure.
it's just an opportunity to I guess make a friend at that point, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It looks so much cuter when the other people draw the takodachis. Are you familiar with this one?
I am. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. I think it looks good.
But other people do it so well.
Yeah, there are some. It's funny, when Ina streams, she's often doing something pretty artsy herself, and I think she attracts a lot of really high tier artists because of that. So like,
I think it's because it's just really comfy. Yeah, I guess
yeah.
so, huh?
So you'll see like people make these fancy like 3D montages with all that stuff. It's always pretty impressive.
I think so too. Yeah, I think it's part of being an artist is you're always hard on yourself.
That's
I'm
true.
assuming, where I could always improve, but that wears on you if you're not careful. I
Oh
think,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talk about it a lot, but for me, one of the best things about VTubing is how much it's increased my like art productivity.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, absolutely. Because like there was over maybe a decade in which whenever I would like draw maybe a few times a year. Like I would maybe do a couple of sketches a year, and compared to
Oh,
now, like I'll make the same thing I did in a year in like a week and a half now. So I just feel like
huh.
I've had so much inspiration to draw things lately.
I guess generally speaking, especially like with what I'm doing with learning Japanese and practicing art now, I don't think I would have done this without the streaming aspect because I feel like
Yeah.
it's almost like keeping myself accountable with now that there are other people involved somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Even stuff like finishing games, for instance. Um, when it came to like Rage 2, I thought to myself, if I was playing this by myself, I probably would not have had the attention span to finish it. But the thought that I'm doing it on stream really helped me stick with it, and it turned out to be a pretty fun game. So,
Yeah, I guess so.
so I was
I
happy.
guess that's. Oops, sorry, go on.
No, I was happy with that. Streaming kind of stuck me to it.
It's true for me too. Cyberpunk, I feel like I would have given up on it
Hmm.
repeatedly if it weren't for the fact that I wanted to finish it on stream.
Oh, I see. I see.
I
It,
did originally start many of these games and just never finished them as well.
Gotcha. Is it still? You said you were thinking about maybe not finishing it. Is it still
Well,
like buggy, or what's going on with it? And
oh
everything?
well, it's not even that. I will finish it. I will finish it. That thing is a thing that will happen on stream. I guarantee it.
Nice,
It'll
nice.
happen regardless. Uh, I think that was a sentiment I had early on because I felt like it was dragging on, and I just wanted to finish it.
Oh, I
I
see.
suppose is the real thing there. I wanted to be free of it and start something new. But then I guess in the end I could just play two games at once.
Mm, I see. I see.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
it's funny. I'm supposed to be like keeping myself to certain guerrilla games, but I'm not doing that at all. I'm jumping around to whatever I feel like.
Guerrilla games?
Yeah, like on my schedule, I list what I think I'll be playing if I do a guerrilla stream. Like
Mm.
right now, I've got Ultra Kill and Katana Kami both listed there.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and they're fun games. But recently, whenever I want a game, other things keep distracting me. Like I did a demo day recently where I just played a whole bunch of shooter demos, and soon.
Oh,
Yeah. And soon I'm probably gonna play Quake instead of going back to those Guerrilla games too. So,
I mean, that's okay.
yeah, it's fun.
Whatever's fun, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think schedules are good, but in the end, do whatever fits at the time is better than keeping to the schedule perfectly.
Yeah,
I know that's weird to come from me because I'm pretty strict with the schedule myself. Um, Typically strict with the schedule myself, but I think it's just schedules should just be for you, not for everyone. Sure, it'll help viewers find you, but so it goes, I guess.
I get you. Yeah. I definitely respect people who can schedule very far out in time. For something like a collab, I definitely do have a schedule that I keep to. But other than that, just my gaming streams. Because those often fall during the week, it's hard for me to plan them because, I never know when I'm going to be working some overtime.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I just kind of let people know that my gaming streams are not going to be particularly planned in that aspect. It'll happen when it happens.
And that's okay too. There's plenty of people that do that.
Sure.
I don't even know what is like a font that's common in Lovecraftian. Let me look at it.
Huh. That's a good question.
Lovecraftian. I'll admit, and I'll this will be a horrible thing. I have not read any of the Lovecraft books. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I have not either. In fact, I'm not much of a reader in general, to be honest.
No, well, yeah. In fact, I just don't know how to read.
Right.
Can you imagine? I'm just straight illiterate.
Gotcha. What's a book for?
Lovecraftian font, maybe text. Ooh, here it is. I found a alphabet. Let's see. Let's write some letters here. Let's see. So there's V. What is V? V is.
Shoot, now I'm thinking back to that Ina stream where she played that Cthulhu game, and the guy kept talking about the Arkham something. Man, I wish I could remember it perfectly, but it was a really funny stream.
I'll admit I haven't watched much Hololive as of late.
I sure haven't either. It got me into VTubing. Hololive did, but lately,
Yes.
I've just been watching a bunch of indies. I think you've probably been the same way.
Yes. I don't know. I like watching a lot of the indies and stuff like that. As you say, it's fun. I like all the ideas everyone has with their streams and just the earnest enjoyment people have.
Yeah, for sure.
With their streaming.
And also now they're your peers, so it's always interesting to see what they're up to.
That's true too. I guess that is part of it.
Yeah. But even before I knew that I was going to VTube, I was into watching them. So it's not like scoping out anything or anything like that.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
With that said, sometimes it's still fun to draw a cute Ina face.
Yes.
Why not?
This is difficult. How do this is too stylized for me to draw.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh well.
Are you're drawing some like Cthulian text right now?
Yeah, trying to do my name in the Cthulian text.
Oh, I see. And you have a pretty long name too.
I'm just doing voices. I can't do the whole thing. I gave up on that right away.
Gotcha.
It didn't even go that far. It's no. That's it.
I see. And yeah, you've got Heat. It was the Arkham edition, is what I was trying to think of.
The Arkham edition.
Yeah, it was just funny because the guy would keep saying like, "Oh, the Arkham editions," and it just became a minor meme on Ina streams. Just fun to remember. I'm doing this without reference, so there's definitely a couple of things I'm forgetting here with
Oh, that's okay.
her design. But yeah,
You've got way more art experience than I do, for sure.
I know your stuff looks pretty good. Pretty good. When did you start drawing? Was it just for streaming, or did you were you already doing some before you started?
For streaming. Any amount of skill that looks like I have is from me doodling when I was far younger and in a previous body. So I have a little bit of I won't say skill. I have a little bit of doodling ability within me, but I don't have any foundations, I think. Or rather, when I started, I had no foundations.
I see.
So I'm working on that.
Gotcha. I understand. Well, I think you've made good progress.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess it's just one of those things where you got to just do it every day. Every day.
Yep.
The Arkham Edition.
Yes. That's the name of those weird books from the game that Ina was playing.
I gotcha.
Cannot remember the name of that game. Oh. It's funny. One of the first things I drew when I got into VTubers, was Ina doing the Dunkachino meme because I thought that her tentacles looked like the inside of the vest. Do you know what Dunkachino is?
I don't. What is that?
It's this skit where Al Pacino's doing this like dance to this Dunkin' Donuts song.
Okay. No, I think someone has shown me that.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's from the movie Jack and Jill, and it's just the context there is basically Al Pacino does this commercial, and then later he decides it's like so humiliating that he makes Adam Sandler's character burn all the copies of it. It's even funny with context. Not a great movie, but a pretty funny scene, to be sure.
The meme, the Cucino meme, reminds me of the boba meme that was very popular among the various artists of the Twitterverse, right?
Yeah.
And I actually I saw a clip recently of Ina. Speaking of word Cthulhu, Ina is the thing I think of when I think of Cthulhu. She said, "I can do it too," and then she proceeded to draw what she would do. So here's the boba drink, right? There's the straw. Is this right? No, this is messed up. I'll try it again.
Also, hey, orange. Am I pronouncing that right? Orange? I assumed it was supposed to be kind of like orange. And yeah, I hear that the entire movie is pretty irredeemably bad, besides that one Dunkachino scene. Okay, cool.
Rest in peace, irredeemably bad movies. So it goes.
Well,
but sometimes they end up being good, like cult films, you know?
True. And sometimes they give us the glory that is the Dunkachino memes.
Oh god. Oh.
I'll take it.
How's it going, Ringe? I feel like it's been forever.
Also, yeah, I see what you're saying now with that is probably what Ina would do. If it works, it works. Right.
Yeah, right. The entire movie was a scam. I haven't seen the movie. Yahoo!
What would be some other good Cthulian? I know what to draw. I saw Mal posted a thing recently with him wearing the head cage that one of the Bloodborne characters wears. I might, maybe I'll draw that guy real quick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parts of Bloodborne I like, but I think my favorite part is that part If you're gonna play it, I certainly won't spoil it for you. But
I've seen people play it, so I think I've already been spoiled.
oh, okay, gotcha. Well, my favorite part was that part with Mikolash, where you go into the dream and like chase him around. I thought the voice actor did a really fantastic job, and it was just a very what would you call it? Unique type of boss battle.
Yeah. Bloodborne was really good at the whole. I mean, I guess Dark Souls series in general is good at show don't tell, don't tell in general.
That's true. I'm doing this without reference. It's not going to look great, but I'll work on it.
I believe in it.
Yeah, I got you a bottle of mercury. I was actually watching somebody do that boss fight recently, and it seems like depending on like what weapon you're using and what strategy, it can take a lot longer. It's all just how much damage can you pump out consistently, I guess. I messed up my zoom. Hold on one second. I'll fix this. I want it within a certain range so that everyone can see us both draw. There we go. But every now and then I kind of make the like howling noises that Mikolash made, just because it's stuck in my head. It's fun to kind of howl like that. Why not? What a crazy guy.
Make all the weird noises. Yeah. Sometimes games do that. It's just good with good sound design, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, in the playthrough I was watching. The guy was using like the whirligig saw that was one of the DLC weapons.
Yeah.
Man, it really made me want to play. I never played any of the DLC, so.
No, I hear the DLC was amazing.
Yeah, I feel like it's not even the first time, because anytime a Souls game comes out with a DLC, I'm unfortunately kind of like don't have the attention span to go back to it and play the DLC. But I hear they've had a lot of good ones, including Bloodborne.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Most of Dark Souls DLCs are well done.
Yeah.
Or the FromSoft, I guess.
Yep.
The
pizza cutter, yeah, it does look like a giant pizza cutter. The whirly kicks off. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear Ludwig's theme is really good. I think I was listening to. Of course, I don't have the context because I never played the DLC, but I did listen to the soundtrack recently, and it was quite nice. Let's see. Even when I was playing Bloodborne, I got the idea that there were a lot of weapons I would like to try, but if you're not playing with a guide, you don't know what stats you're going to need for the weapons until you get to them. So
I guess so. So yeah. I try not to look up guides, but when it comes to weapons, I'll look those up. I'll look up like highest strength weapon or something, and then look at what stats I need. I'll try not to look up where to get or anything like that, but like, then that's a goal I'll shoot for a build or something like that.
Yeah, I understand. With Bloodborne, see, that's the right idea, because there's a lot of weapons where if you don't build a certain way, by the time you get it, you're just not going to be able to use it. So, especially for people who aren't going to play the game more than once, it might make sense to go ahead and look up that aspect.
Oh, yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah. Like, there was a big club weapon that I got that I thought looked super cool, but it required a lot of faith to use, and I hadn't built faith at all. So,
so then, like, if you wanted to use it, you'd have to go back. Was there not a respec system in Bloodborne?
It was probably something of that nature. I think it was just maybe something you had to grind for. Can't quite remember. Let's see. I hear that the Dark Souls games have Twitch integration too now, so that people can just screw around with your games. So,
no way, really? That's horrible.
I watched Prayers from Abigail play just a little bit of one of them. She'd done like a subathon, and one of the goals ended up being, if you get to this much, I'll play Dark Souls with Twitch integration. I don't think she couldn't make it out of the first area because chat was bullying her so bad. It was unfortunate.
What can you do with that? Like summon monsters?
That's unfortunate. I'm not sure what all it does, but it's stuff like you can change the stats of the person in the game, and you should realize that the HP is tied to stats. So if it's changed a certain way, they can just straight up kill the streamer.
Oh yeah, right. Because it's not a level based thing. It just rest in peace.
And Bottle of Mercury, I'm not sure which of them it is that has the integration now. I just know that they were saying there was some of them that has it.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, storms rolling in on my location. So if I disconnect, that'll be why.
Gotcha. Understood. No worries. We've actually got a pretty good canvas already, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if I'll certainly keep the room up, and if you do disconnect, if you can come back, that's good. And I'll just fill time until you do.
Just a storm in the distance. Cthulhu here heard that I was we were doing this.
Yep. Storms were a big part of my the Call of Cthulhu campaign that I was in. Boy, that went south fast. It's funny because we spent so much time in the game like investigating this mystery, and it felt like we were taking it at a kind of a glacial pace. But then suddenly, like, the proverbial crap hit the fan, and before any of us knew what was happening, like, one guy was dead. I got in a car, and then soon I crashed, and then I was dead. It just felt like it all went south so fast.
That's how it goes. How do you feel about player deaths in tabletop RPGs?
Well, so I don't have a whole lot of experience with player deaths, but what it reminded me of was playing Civilization, actually. So if you're playing Civilization, there's a strong incentive, especially if you're playing a character like Genghis Khan, to kill somebody very early on. The problem is if you're playing with a bunch of friends and one guy dies that fast, it's like, so now he's just got to sit around and watch everybody else play for the whole rest of the session. So, Civilization games are so long. So
they are.
So I definitely felt a little bit of sympathy for the guy who died first because, it is a little bit depressing watching a really long game play out when you're dead.
Yeah, I guess so. There's no. I wonder why. Is there any way for players to interact with the game still when dead? No, huh? Once you're dead, you're dead.
Actually, there was one game I watched where one person was allowed to kind of stick on as a ghost and do minor influences, even once he was dead. So maybe there are systems in place for that. Yeah.
I bet that'd be fun. So if I guess because Civ games usually don't have weather systems and stuff like that, but a way to perhaps cause detriments to everyone on the map, such as
natural disasters and things. Yeah.
Natural disasters, yeah, exactly. Earthquakes, hurricanes, stuff like that.
That could be fun.
Have you looked at Humankind? I've been looking at that lately.
I don't know much about it. I saw it on the storefront. What kind of game is it?
It's a Civ type game. Let me bring it up. Humankind. So apparently, the idea is it's. Let's see. You take control of humanity from start to finish, and everyone else has different civilizations out there. It's like Civilization, but you're just picking up humanity from start to finish, kind of thing. And it's apparently got pretty good reviews. Is it multiplayer? It is online PvP, so yes, there is multiplayer.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, it looks like a really it's like a really well thought out Civ type game because it has the same kind of mechanics where it's hex based, right?
Yeah.
But there are more touches that feel from what I understand, there are implementations that make it feel like a nicer game, such as cars moving on the roads or civilians moving from city to city, that kind of thing.
Nice.
Little things. Yeah.
Real quick, do you mind if I start a new canvas? I think we kind of
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Heck yeah.
I will, I'll go ahead and start a new one. Give me 1 second. Insert layer. I'll just turn this one off for now. I did save it, so I'll post that up later, of course.
Sounds good.
But yeah, regarding Civ, I love Civilization. I really love playing 5 and 6, or 4 and 5. Sorry.
Yeah.
And boy, the only problem is it takes so long to play a game. Jeez Louise.
Oh, you're telling me. Oh.
So my friend group and I, we probably started like I don't know, 10 different games, and we just cannot finish one.
No. I can't remember the last time I finished a game either.
Yeah,
Actually.
it's rough. It's rough. Oh boy, fun game, but it's just so hard to finish.
So what do I do? I make this layer invisible to me, hide from self.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you hadn't done. Yeah. I just hid layer 1. If it's not going away, I can just delete layer 1 instead.
No, I got it.
Okay, cool.
I figured it out. I have my brain increases in size.
Cool.
I can figure it
Yeah.
out.
For some reason, my brain was not thinking about the fact that we see the layers differently. So you.
Oh yeah, true enough. Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right. I don't know what I'm drawing this time, but I'm just going with it. Gonna make my own original Cthulhian creature.
Creature, huh?
Yeah. La creature.
Sure. I'll go with that. A creature.
Yeah. Whatever you feel like. Did you ever play Sekiro?
No. Oh, I did. But I never got very far in it.
Oh, I got you.
One would say that perhaps I was not gamer enough
I
to
see.
play it.
It was fun, but I got to the very last fight and I couldn't beat it. And then I took a big break and then it was impossible.
Oh, you lost all the muscle memory?
Yep. I found it to be very difficult, even compared to most Souls games. But that said, I still thought it was a lot of fun. It's just I do regret that I never quite finished it.
Okay. I think for me, it was difficult because I was so used to Souls-like games that the departure from dodging as a main mechanic and stagger as opposed to doing just normal damage,
Sure.
it was a far enough departure that it was really a difficult time.
Understandable, yeah. Also, thank you for the follow, Mexican Pan.
Ooh, Mexican Pan, welcome in.
Yeah. I think I've seen that person around Twitter. I think they were looking to get into VTubing too, weren't they? I think
They
that's-
are.
Yeah.
Mexican Pan, I feel like is everywhere, to be honest.
Cool. I got you. Yeah, sometimes I don't realize. Like, I'll see a name on Twitter a lot, and then only later will I make the connection. Oh, actually, I've seen this person in streams and things too. So I've probably seen him around and just forgot. I love drawing drool. I don't know why.
Drool?
Yeah, I feel like I draw things drooling all the time or sweating. I don't know why. It's just lots of fun to draw, like the little droplet physics and stuff like that.
I'm not sure if I've got like a preference for a type of creature I draw. I honestly, I guess this is kind of weird to think about. I don't usually draw strange creatures. I usually just doodle
See.
like viewers and stuff.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about that too. I think the majority of probably what both of us draw is just other VTubers, be that ourselves or a fan art of people. So,
Oh yeah, rightly so.
yeah. So every now and then I think about making the theme just like, let's draw VTubers, but then I'm like, but that's all I draw anyways. I feel like maybe it helps me step outside my comfort zone a little bit to try to pick a different theme. But that said, there's plenty of Cthulhian VTubers too, so you've got your options there.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, here's a question: what's your favorite kind of VTuber? So, to more explain what I mean, I feel like VTubers, generally speaking, like fit certain categories. I guess streamers in general, in whole. But like, is there like a certain category or theme of VTuber that you really like?
That's a good question. Let me think. If I think about my favorite VTubers, it's really such a mix, It's because a lot of times when you're just browsing Twitter and stuff, you'll see a design you really like, and you're like, okay, I'll follow this person and see what their content is like. Maybe I end up watching them regularly. But there's often kind of a disconnect between was the person's design like, and then do I really enjoy watching their streams all the time. So for instance, sometimes it works out that it's both. Like, as an example, I probably followed Romy and Koki because I liked their designs so much, but then it turned out I liked their streams too. But you just never know until you really get in there and watch their content.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I got off base because we were talking about what's my favorite type of streamer. I guess I just like someone with a cool anime avatar, and I probably pop into like the most game type streams, but lately I've really enjoyed watching people do unique stuff. Like, I watched a fan fiction stream recently. I've been watching some reading streams. So
Reading streams, huh?
Yeah. I think I can watch just about anything as long as I really enjoy them. Oh, hey, we got a raid from Felty. Hi, Felty.
Hey! Yokoso!
Good to see you. I'll do a quick shout out for Felty, and thank you for following, Jerry.
Yahoo! Felty-san. Cool. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Raiders.
Yeah, I hope you had a good stream and you're having a good weekend.
Ah, man. The weekend just did start, huh? What a good time.
Yeah. I think I did that wrong. I Felty. Let's try it this way. LD.
I have it set up on mine to actually just simply do the @ symbol, type it in, and it just autocorrects for me.
Oh, really? Good idea, yeah.
It might not work for you. Like, I think it might be something you have to set up, but it might be something worth looking into, yeah.
No, yeah.
Never thought it.
It seems to work perfectly. That's what I'll do. Cool. Okay. So you were doing an art stream. That's probably the type of Felty stream I see the most, but it's always very welcome.
It's always very comfy.
Yeah. And not only does Felty draw really well, but she also often sings on her streams, and that's a treat as well.
Oh yeah, Felty does have a really good singing voice.
Yep. For sure. Since we mentioned it, the fanfic reading stream, I actually had submitted a fanfic for it as well. They were doing like reading short like Drabble fanfiction, and I really enjoy writing too. It's not something that I get a chance to like leverage into stream content very often, but it's still something I have a lot of fun with.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you do a bit of writing then?
I do. Yep.
Oh.
A lot of it's stuff I can't or won't share.
Okay.
But it is fun to do writing for sure.
I understand.
Yeah. I think I was picturing a certain Castlevania enemy when I started drawing this guy, and I'm not sure where it's going.
Castlevania, huh? We do the classic skeleton boy.
Yeah, I love Super Castlevania 4 is definitely my favorite. I love that game. But there's a lot of good ones, on the handhelds and stuff too.
Yeah. Oh no, this is going to test my understanding of human skeleton. Oh no. I should have never started this.
It's funny, Phantom Mariachi and I were doing a skeleton-themed Drawpile recently, and
yeah,
we probably filled up just like 6 canvases just of nothing but skeletons. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that said, he had a pretty good, handle on the anatomy and stuff. I don't feel like I quite was there, but it was still a lot of fun.
I mean, I'd hope so. If you are a skeleton yourself, you should be You're pretty good at drawing a skeleton, right? Surely.
Perhaps. All right. Let's see. They've got those bone dragons in Castlevania that are like 2 kind of like skeleton dragon heads, that wiggle around, and it's a surprisingly consistent enemy. It appears in many more games than you would expect.
Bone dragon.
Yep.
It's interesting to see how enemies are reoccurring in a lot of these games in general, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I know they draw it from mythology, right?
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Man, thinking about this makes me think of like Dark Souls bosses. There's some really crazy like Cthulhu inspired stuff there. If you think about even stuff like the Gaping Dragon and junk like that, it's just
Oh gosh,
crazy.
I want to talk to whoever decided to name it the Gaping Dragon. That's all I gotta say.
Have you seen that that account on Twitter that's Make Up a Souls Guy?
No, what?
It's pretty funny. It's an account where the account runner will like it's basically like the Make Up a Guy account, but he's just like making up different funny variations of Souls fans, and I think one of them was guy who laughs every time he hears the name Gaping Dragon.
wait, no, that's me.
Right. Sometimes you see ones that kind of hit close to home.
Dang. Oh, Marachi's a ghost, not a skeleton.
I keep forgetting that. Yeah.
Oh, oops.
That's perfectly.
My bad.
Not a problem.
Hmm.
Man, because of the timing, I have not gotten to watch one of Felty's streams in too long. Hopefully, I get a chance to fix that sometime soon.
For me, I usually enjoy the streams because it lets me do a lot of work. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I like streams that let me have it on the side and I can work alongside. I like work streams, actually. I never thought I would like those, actually, now that I think about it. Or study streams.
Yeah, you do a lot of studying streams. That's like one of your regular schedules.
Yeah.
So I haven't tried that yet.
If you had asked me when I first started that, do you think study streams would be anything you would be willing to do? I would say no. That sounds boring. But here I am.
I see.
Study streams.
I've been thinking about doing some of my like visual novel work on streams maybe.
Yeah?
I did do a little bit of the art for it, but I guess I could even do the writing, but then I thought about it and I'm like, but I'll be spoiling everyone for like certain content if I do. So maybe not. But I can
maybe
do
like maybe not the work itself, but maybe like character designs when you're trying to develop new characters and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, true. And I can always do the art assets and stuff on streams. So I'm planning to do more of that in September. I actually thought I'd do some of it this month, but just haven't had the time.
I gotcha.
All right, so kind of.
I don't know what I'm drawing here.
Looks like a shark bursting out of the ground, perhaps.
Oh, maybe the skeleton should be riding on it, actually.
Nice. That's good. Yeah, Bottle of Mercury, that's a good point. So for instance, recently I was watching that Calavera stream where he was doing some live 2D rigging, and some people just want to pop in and hang out there, but it was also just a really good chance to learn a lot about that subject. So I think learning streams are pretty great. Pretty good. Boy, I do not know where to place the horn on the head tilted this direction. Let's.
Dragon, huh? I remember. I don't know if you had this too, but I remember the Dragonology book.
Dragonology book.
Did you ever have the pleasure of enjoying that?
I did
as
not.
a youth.
What's a Dragonology book? Is it like an encyclopedia type thing?
Kind of. It was a fictional. It was designed to be written as like a travel guide, like a explorer's guide to dragons. It was interactive and more like a fun kids thing. But whoever made it really put a lot of love into it. It must have been like someone that really enjoyed the fantasy universe. and
Yeah.
all that. It had stuff like cutouts and like different dragons, and it had actual legitimate information in it too, as far as like where the dragons originated from, as far as mythology and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
It was actually pretty interesting. I don't know,
Cool.
maybe I don't know. I imagine the funness of it might degrade now as an adult, but it was an enjoyable thing. The things that humans make, amazing.
I see. I see. Neat. Yeah, I don't recall something like that, but I'm sure it's the type of thing I would have enjoyed when I was younger. Um, Talking about dragons always reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh and their famous dragon archetypes.
Oh
Yeah,
goodness, so many dragon types, right?
that's right. That's right.
I am not good at drawing dragons. I have learned.
Yeah, it's I guess there's different styles of dragons too. You know, there's your quadruped and your like your Chinese type dragon that has the curvy body and curving body and stuff. So
I guess that's
um,
true. That's true.
yeah, so it might just be about finding the type of dragon that works for you. Although if it's like the snout that's the problem, which is understandable if it is, then that could be harder because they do have a kind of a uniform head type, don't they? I guess.
Yeah, I feel like it at least. Erase this. Let's start over.
Yeah.
Start this over. So let's start this bad boy over.
Absolutely.
Let's re-begin. Let's begin from the beginning. Yes.
Cool. Let's see. Wondering if I should just keep drawing more skeleton dragon heads or if I should try something else. Let me see. What would be good? Oh, actually, I can
guess
think of at least one streamer that fits the Cthulian theme. I might try to draw him real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. There's another one I've seen recently. I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and watch one of their streams, but it was shoot, forgot their name, but they have a very cultist theme to them.
Is it Cabal? Because
Uh,
that's the one I was thinking of.
I like Cabal as well. Yes, I've recently discovered a Cabal as well.
Yeah.
His streams are very early in the morning for me typically, so
That's true. Yeah, it's kind of
I
hard to
don't
catch.
always. Yeah, difficult for me to catch.
Yep.
No, it's someone that's like a preview because their model is really cool. Shoot, I can't remember their name. Icky Gicky. There it was. Icky Gicky.
Icky Gicky. Oh, I'll have to look that up. In fact,
Yeah.
since we got a little
I
time,
don't,
yeah, look that up.
I'm unsure if they are officially streaming quite yet, but their model is quite.
Icky Gicky.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how would you go about spelling that?
ICKY
Oh, okay.
GICKY, I think.
Yeah, I see him right here. Neat. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good design, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a cool design.
Nice.
I like seeing cool, fresh designs out there. I mean, I won't say fresh because it's hard to be really. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't sleep very well last night. Ah, man.
No.
I like seeing people attempting to take a spin on things that already exist, right?
True.
Yeah. How do you feel about the saying that originality is dead?
That's a good question. Let's see.
I don't think it's the wrong answer, so don't worry too hard about it.
Yeah. I think my take on it would be that I think sometimes people are harder, on other people than they should be about that. But
Yeah, I agree.
I think there are some things that can still be original, but I also think that if you make something and you look on the internet later and you discover somebody else already made a costume that kind of looks like that or whatever, you shouldn't feel too bad about it. I mean, it is and furthermore, if you ever discover that you made something and then you check later and you're like, oh, I saw that on a TV show, that's fine too, because we take inspiration from everything, so it's not a bad thing to realize that you based it off of your favorite piece of media or whatever. Who knows?
Exactly. I think that's true.
Yeah.
The way I see it is it's like a freeing concept. It's not a concept that should cause sadness or, distress. Like, oh man, I can't make anything original because it's impossible. I think it's more of a freeing thing in that just make it.
Yeah.
Someone's already done it before, but no one's done it ever quite like you, because in the end, it's a whole randomness of the universe kind of thing, right?
True, yeah.
There's no way. Like, even if you make like a cat VTuber kind of thing, like your cat VTuber should logically speaking, because of just how the randomness of everything goes, should be unique in some way, right? Surely.
True. And that goes for things like fan art too. Like, there's a lot of people who I think they get discouraged because they look at like fan art that maybe somebody's made of their favorite VTuber, and they think, well, that VTuber doesn't want my fan art because it's not going to be as good as this other person's. But speaking from experience, if you're a VTuber, you want fan art. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, you're not going to turn your nose up because it's not the best fan art you've ever received or whatever like that.
Exactly.
You're just happy to get more, wherever it comes from, because it's the sentiment as much as anything else.
It's true, yeah. It's definitely not, oh man, I can't believe they didn't give me the best. No. It's a matter of, I can't believe someone would even consider drawing me.
Right, exactly.
In any capacity.
Yeah.
It's a refreshing thing every time.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess what I'm getting at ultimately there is just try not to get hung up on, like, have I produced the best possible outcome of this media? Have I made like the most original character that's ever existed? Because just putting pen to paper, and when it comes to VTuber, just getting out there and streaming.
I think so.
Yeah, all of that is accomplishments in its own right. Let's see. What else should I draw? I recently played a game called Cultist that was really good and would be really thematically fitting here, but I can't remember what the design. I guess I can remember what one of the designs looked like. I'll try drawing that.
Have you ever played the Cultist Simulator?
I have not. I saw a little bit of it on stream once though. It's like how does that work? Like a simulation type game, like you build resources and things like that?
Kind of. I mean, the one I saw, at least. Maybe there's different ones. The idea is you're given cards, and you make the cards interact with each other to try to get the highest score possible. Like, for example, you put down the currency card, and that generates currency for your cult slowly. And then you could also play, like, tax evasion, but then, like, the FBI will show up. It's kind of like those games where you combine cards over time and things change because of it.
Yeah, I see.
So is it an element game?
Is it almost like more like a roguelike type thing?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. My brother plays quite a lot of roguelikes. I've been thinking it would be fun to do one on stream sometime, but I'm not sure which one. I had actually sort of thought about doing Darkest Dungeon on stream because I had a game of that in progress.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're the same way, but when it came to Darkest Dungeon, I feel like the people who play it and might tune in for the streams, I feel like would be really hardcore, and I am worried that if I were to play it on stream, there might be a lot of backseating involved. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I did a playthrough of Darkest Dungeon. I ended up ending it because I was ending up just not having a lot of fun with it, unfortunately.
That's fair. I was having fun, but I wasn't playing in a very difficult mode. I was playing in like was it the normal one where you also have like infinite time? But I think
I tried to do a harder difficulty, and it just pooped on me.
I understand you. Yeah. Because even in my case, I was at a situation where I thought if like one of my sisters, like the healing types, was to die, I would be in some serious trouble because I did not have a backup plan.
Oh, usually what I did was I found as much damage in AoE I could and just bum rush things.
Oh, I see.
They couldn't hurt me if they were dead. At
I
least
see. I
that's what
see.
I thought. And so I had stuff like stuns, big AoEs, focus fire to kill the ones that did the most damage first.
Yeah.
Like whenever the enemy teams that had like a tank or something, I'd always mark the damage dealers in the back and finish them off, and so the other remaining ones, or I would kill the front two, and then the archers couldn't do anything because they are not frontline units.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it was. I actually, I guess I like playing games where there's always the potential for things to just go catastrophically wrong, and then you have to rebuild from them.
Right.
For instance, I whenever I play XCOM, I try to play like the Iron Man mode. And
Oh,
so far I have not beaten the Iron Man mode in any one that I've tried. I came close once, but that idea of like permanent consequences is just always kind of fun for me in those types of games.
uh, I think isn't that the? Am I wrong in that? Isn't that the normal thing? When someone dies in the game, they're just dead.
The difference, I guess, is if you're playing in Iron Man mode, it doesn't allow you to make like manual saves. So like if for
Oh.
yeah, so if for instance if somebody dies in your normal game, you might be tempted to like reload and try that again. But Iron Man's yeah, of course, if you like want to reset your PlayStation, okay, that'll stop it.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
But that said, I I think whenever a game like, to be honest, even with like the Fire Emblem series, I had a hard time getting into the earlier games because they wanted you basically had to reset anytime your guys died. Because if you kept progressing far enough with dead guys, you would just get to a point where the game was not doable anymore. But I like the games that, instead of doing that, they kind of give you a chance to accept somebody's death and then rebuild from it. I think is my preferred type.
I think it depends on the kind of game for me. If it's like a roguelike or roguelite, and death is just simply that I have to accept, I'm okay with that, I think, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
For Darkest Dungeon, I'm not sure. I know it's a hard game. Like, don't get me wrong. I am not griping about that. I think the annoying thing for me was when you lost a team of like really good players, you were set back pretty far,
That's true.
but then the missions available are still geared as if you had been playing that long. So you might as well just
Yeah, and that's the kind of the way it is. It's like if you that was the problem with me for Fire Emblem too. It's like if the game has not built in a mechanic for you to work back up from that, then it's kind of like, well, so you're telling me I do have to reset the game.
yeah. At that point, you just could have just made it so it was you just reset the game and
Right.
cut out the middleman that I have to start a game over.
Exactly. Yeah. That's pretty much how I feel too. What else Cthulhian can I draw?
Regular frog.
A regular frog. Just like I don't know about you, but I have tons of frogs that just conglomerate outside my house.
Really?
Yeah, if it rains, my house will just be covered in frogs. I don't know why.
Wow, that seems really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Not me. Wait, how do frogs' legs work? I don't know anatomy, period. Actually.
See. Actually, I just thought of one more Cthulhian type thing I could draw. It's not really Cthulhian, but it's in the ballpark.
Close enough, right?
Yeah. I was watching somebody play Slender on stream recently, and I thought I'll draw the classic titular Slender Man. Do you play a lot of horror games?
I don't. I'm not a huge fan of horror games, to be honest.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
I don't know why.
That's okay. I
But
mean, a lot of people are like jump scares just isn't like a fun thing for a lot of people. I understand. Are you one of those types who like has a hard time getting scared?
Maybe like so. The games can get me with jump scares. Games can easily get me with jump scares. But I guess it's like the feeling you get when you're scared or something like that. Like it's not something that derive a large amount of enjoyment from.
I see. I see.
I actually talked about this recently with another person. It's not that horror games are bad inherently. It's just that usually when I play a game, I like feeling cool
I see. I
in
see.
games.
That's understandable.
And a lot of times, horror games, the main concept is you're given limited control, and you have to try to escape a difficult to escape situation with what little control you have. So you're given a not all horror games, obviously, but games generally give you like a sense of powerlessness, I guess.
Yeah. No, I definitely understand what you're saying there. That's quite true.
And that's not my thing usually. I like feeling overpowered or strong,
Yeah.
with like a good build or something like that.
That's perfectly fair. To be honest, my brother plays a lot more horror games than I do. I usually just watch him play them. Um, they're good games to watch other people play, I find. Um, but yeah, I can definitely understand that sometimes uh, the gameplay is not always a great draw. So if you're the type of gamer who really likes just um, I mean, even optimizing a build or like stats or anything like that or something of that nature, then sometimes horror games have a hard time hooking you.
That's true. That's true as well. It's
I think I'm kind of
I,
doing my own spin on Slenderman here. I don't think this is how he normally looks, but it's okay.
it's been so long. I actually don't know. I just remember the suit.
Yeah, that's fine. I think I want to. I'm kind of giving him an overcoat instead of the suit, so it's just going to be a twist, I suppose.
Hmm. That game was, if I remember correctly, all it was you had to collect. You were supposed to collect pictures, right, or something like that.
Yeah. There's like letters that I think are like posted to trees, and you're
Hmm.
trying to gather those up, and trying to avoid looking at Slenderman while you do.
Oh, just looking at it was the problem, huh?
Yeah, yeah, that kind of carried forward to Amnesia's gameplay as well. Um, that I guess is a common theme of Cthulhu type games is that if you look at the monster, you'll go crazy, so you can't look at him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because it's an incomprehensible creature.
Yeah, yeah,
Same thing with the text and the readings and stuff.
yeah.
Uh, I was reading about something not adjacent to that. There's a tabletop RPG that I've been trying to get into a lot more recently. Not get into, but more about just noticing more often. It's called Lancer. It's a sci-fi one specifically. The reason it's related is there's something called para-causal in that game, which I guess is explained as things that are unexplainable by our current like understanding of physics. It was how
Mm,
they represented magic in the game.
yeah,
The idea something was paracausal was like, for example, the idea that you can't go faster than light because then someone would need to be able to perceive that in order for that to happen or something like that.
yeah. Huh.
And if no one can perceive it, then it's not something that can happen. Like, how can you record something that is imperceptible? I guess is I guess the logic behind that. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering the idea,
But that's
but
interesting. Yeah.
it's a similar thing. It was like you cannot perceive it, you cannot understand it, and so I guess your brain will try to fill in the blanks or kind of categorize it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
You often hear that in definitions of like magic, the idea of anything that you can't make a sufficient explanation for, you attribute to magic. Um,
Right. That's true.
that theme comes up in quite a lot of stuff I read. I feel like. Let's. Um. In fact, it's sort of one of the themes of one of my favorite visual novels. Uminiko.
Oh,
Yep, yep. So I talk about Uminiko all the time, so I won't get into it too much here. But yeah, that's definitely a big part of Uminiko is that idea of magic is is sort of a stand-in for if you can't explain something, you think of it as magic.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I understand.
Um, really, really good visual novel, but it's a very, very large time sink, so you have to go into it knowing that.
Yeah. I found lately that I don't actually spend a lot of time watching or reading a lot of things.
Understand?
Like I said earlier, I'm just simply illiterate, so it's really hard to read when you don't understand how to read.
Right.
I don't know.
What is reading?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Just what are letters? I don't even know.
Yeah. Man, I'm sitting on a huge backlog of visual novel games that I've purchased. I used to. I would read them while I would eat. But nowadays, I'm kind of. It's a mix of things. Like I'm either watching a stream when I eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'm also sort of trying to keep my computer desk, free of dirt and stuff like that. So it's just not an ideal place to eat lunch anymore.
I mean, don't they say you shouldn't eat at your workstation, generally speaking, as far as like cleanliness and also just mental health?
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Don't eat your desk. Eat somewhere else, anywhere. Doesn't matter. Even if you take your phone with you, I don't care. Just don't eat your desk.
Right.
Be free. Be free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being a hypocrite because I eat at my desk, but I should eat at my desk. Got it. You know what? You do you. Live your life. Live your life. It's okay. It's okay.
Eat your desk. Yep.
I do it too, but I can see the merit in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
A change of scenery, time to like unwind for a moment while you consume. Yeah. I think.
For sure.
Someone was saying to me that eating should be its own experience for a lot of it, because food is made to be enjoyable, right? Mm-hmm. So to watch a film or to watch TV or to do anything else while eating takes away from the experience of eating. Aside from, I guess, if you really are just simply eating to make sure you don't die for the day, I guess that's fine too. Mm-hmm. But generally speaking, food is good, right? Something to that, I think. Some sort of merit to it, I think.
Yeah. I know that's especially a concept overseas. I think I heard that in parts of Europe there are like cafes where people sit much longer times than they would here in the West. Just because they are trying to really enjoy that moment to moment experience of eating in a way that sometimes my culture does not. So
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
I can respect that. Do you want me to start a second canvas? I know we're kind of
yeah, sure.
Or I guess this will be our third, actually. Let me save this one real quick.
Third.
Yeah. Right. PNG. Saving this up. Alright. Then what I'll do is I'll make another layer. And when you're all done, I'll turn off the second layer.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm done.
I assume you can do that on your side too, right?
Yes, I can.
Cool.
So this is the thirst layer.
Thirst layer. What else would be a good Cthulhian type monster I could draw? I guess I haven't drawn. Oh shoot! I know one, but I'm not sure if I can draw it. I'll try that. Let's see.
Crabs are a common thing in Cthulhu, in Lovecraftian things, isn't it? Let me try draw a good crab. A good crab. Yeah. Right. How do you feel about seafood? On that note,
I enjoy seafood.
Oh man, me too.
Well, for one thing, I like sushi, but beyond that, I also just like a good fried or broiled seafood as well. My favorite.
A demon of nature, a culture rather.
Right. if I had to pick like my favorite thing you can make from fish, it would just be like a seared sushi style tuna.
No, like ahi tuna. Type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's probably my very most favorite. Of course, I can't eat that all the time because that's sort of a usually an expensive meal. But that said,
Yes.
it's very tasty.
Ah man, maybe I should have sushi tonight.
Mm. Which would be,
What an idea.
yeah. What about you? What's your favorite type of seafood?
Ooh, I really like sushi as well. And if I had to do like a cooked seafood dish, I would say some sort of crab, I guess, or
Sure.
crustacean. I like all that stuff. I like sea bugs, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Sea bugs are tasty.
They do be tasty.
I do enjoy those sea bugs. I remember someone tried to tell me it's like you're just eating sea bugs. It's like, yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't care. It's delicious.
Right, right.
Listen, you know, maybe if you gave me a chance, I'd eat real bugs too. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Bug. Give me that. Give me delicious bug.
Yep. I always think that's an interesting idea. They talk about how there's an untapped market for food, like food resources, and if we could just kind of like get over our hesitance to eat bugs, so it's always interesting to think about.
I guess so. I wonder what the. I guess bugs are seen as creepy crawly, and they usually eat the refuse of the world.
Yeah,
So I can see that's where that hesitation comes from.
yeah, and you know, so much of the way food works is just like it's not about the optimal way to produce the food. It's often like even about just aesthetics. Like things will be engineered to appear more appetizing on the shelf, even if it's at the cost of other things. So I think it's just like we probably need to get to the point where we'll just suck it up and eat some bugs because there's a lot of untapped potential there. But you know, it's just
Right.
people
We're
don't
gonna
want
eat
to see
ocean
them.
bugs. Let's eat land bugs. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
You're here, folks.
Let's eat all the bugs. Yeah. All right.
Advocated by Aim VTuber himself.
Right,
Eat
right.
bugs.
Maybe I should have a bug eating stream sometime.
Let's go. Maybe that could be like an event
Yeah,
where you just like purchase a bunch of like interesting things that would normally not be consumed on stream.
yeah.
I don't know how you would do that. It'd just be ASMR, I guess, because you
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Well, you know, people
It'd be
do
like
their
Yeah.
chicken nugget streams, so it would be like that, and then the audience just has to have faith that I'm actually eating some bugs.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Hopefully,
You don't eat a bug without a stream. That's fine.
Right, right.
I just drew a crab. It didn't feel like it's any more Cthulhu than normal.
There's actually a very hidden Cthulian context to this crab that we can't possibly imagine.
Yeah, I'll just draw like a spooky eye behind it.
It's the crab of madness, or
The
something,
crab of madness.
something of that nature. Yeah, I was
Give
gonna
it a
try
crown.
to. I was gonna try to draw the Thousand Knives Restrict from Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm now realizing that I don't really know what he looks like that well.
Oh, that's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah,
Um,
he's covered in
let me try.
eyeballs. Is all I remember.
Let me try to. All right. I remember that he has that eye in the center of his body. You're right. That is correct, I think.
Yeah, yeah. He's got like a big, like open part that has all the sharp teeth below the. I think he does below the main eye, and then the rest of his body is just eyeballs.
I actually built a deck around having the Thousand Eyes restrict out.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't quite remember the context of the deck. I also had the card Final Countdown in my deck.
Yeah, I know the
Very
one that.
enjoyable.
It's like you have to play it, and then it has to like sit on the board for a while, and if it reaches
Yeah,
the
if
end,
yeah. If it sits on the table for like 10 or 15 turns, you win the game.
yeah, yeah. Like,
And I had a bunch of those cards that turn progress go forward to one turn or something like that. I remember that. That was fun. That was I didn't often win, but when I did, it felt like it was enormous bragging rights.
yeah, I'm I'm still a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't play like the real card game much. I got into Duel Links for quite a while, and I haven't played it. I haven't really played it or any like mobile type games for quite some time. But it's when they started out that game, they kind of did a reset on like all the meta. So
Because they did speed format,
yeah,
right?
Right. So cards were coming out just like a little bit at a time. And it's funny because eventually, they got around to the relinquished and all that stuff. And nowadays, he's just a thing. But when they introduced him in the game, they didn't like have all the counters for him and things yet. So,
So he was just a runaway strong.
Yeah, he was extremely strong for a while because like people didn't have ways to just get rid of monsters or to get rid of the cards he was equipped with. So I
remember when I was playing Duel Links for a little bit. The hardest thing was they had, I think it was Franken, Cyber Franken or whatever. Cyberstein, yeah. And like if you got it, you summoned it, you got a little bit extra health, you used it, you summoned something big, and there was just nothing you could do about it. You just kind of watched as you kicked your teeth in.
Right, because
it's like, what do I do about this? There's nothing I can do about this. There isn't like easy creature removal.
Right. So that he was definitely a staple of every deck for a while there. They nerfed him eventually, but
how did they nerf him?
I'm trying to remember. There was like I think maybe they limited him to 1 or something of that nature. I can't quite remember, but of course his ability is that he can bring out any monster from the fusion deck. So
right.
When they were all beaters, it was annoying enough. Like when they were all just really high attack power monsters. But then the fusion monsters started being like monsters that can lock down the other guy's entire strategies. At that point, it was like he started to get the nerf pad. Let's see. Yeah, I can't quite remember all the details of this guy. You're drawing
how to draw Merrick.
Merrick, yes, I see. And his Millennium Rod.
Yugi, would you like to see my Millennium Rod? No. No. Please.
Shoot, I have you remember the very early episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's that part where Maximilian Pegasus sends Yugi that VHS tape, and Yugi
goodness.
Yugi duels the VHS tape.
Yes, I remember that. What a weird.
It was weird, and the strangest part about it to me is, so about the Millennium Eye, we know that its main feature is that it allows you to read people's minds.
Correct.
But that said, apparently its other features are it allows you to record yourself inside this like shadow realm of the VHS. It allows you to get enough precognition that you can see into the future and record yourself dueling with somebody, which doesn't have anything to do with mind reading. It's just like
it's straight clairvoyance.
Right. And then it also has the ability to capture people and put them inside cards. So the wealth of abilities of the Millennium Eye and how little they relate to each other always seemed really funny to me.
Yeah, honestly, he really should not have been able to be defeated.
Right. And the other funny part is nobody else uses it after that. Like, Merrick takes it, but then he doesn't... Bakura takes it. But then
he just collects them.
Yeah,
he doesn't actually use any of them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like an operational limit. Like, you're only allowed to have 1 Millennium item. If you use any more, your brain self-destructs.
It could be something of that nature, yeah.
Actually, I believe in the comic, in the manga, he does, in fact, use the eye as well.
Oh, does he? Interesting.
Yes, I believe he takes the eye, and then later on he'll appear before Yugi, and he's like, "What do you want, Bakura?" And he's like, "Oh, why are you so mean to me? I'm keeping these items safe." And he reveals the part in his eye, and he's using the Millennium Eye or something like that.
Ooh, I see.
I think so, at least.
Interesting.
It was the comic was a lot more severe and, how do you say, gory
Yeah.
than the cartoon ever was.
That's true. That's true. Especially after 4 kids went in and did their hilarious censorship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was some funny ones that I never knew until I looked them up. Like one was you remember Bandit Keith? He loses in that tournament, and he goes up and seemingly like attacks Pegasus, kind of, or like demands Pegasus
Yeah.
gives him what he deserves.
Oh yeah, and he uses his finger gun.
That's right.
He uses
A finger gun. I didn't know that until I read it online, but it was funny.
Oh, this is such weird censorship. Yeah, I recall that. I recall. Oh man, I forgot about that. Oh,
It's
what a
fun.
good time.
Yeah, man. Good stuff.
Welcome to the gun show.
Oh,
No, Bandit Keith.
funny guy.
He was just an American, huh?
Yeah, well, that's apparently what
That's what he was.
we all just hold people up for their cards, and we trap people inside caves and all that good stuff. That's just what Americans do.
That's what we're about.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember what features he had, except for that he had a bandana.
I wonder if I can draw Bandit Keith. Let me see if I
I'm
can.
trying right now.
Yeah.
Ear. He had blonde hair, right?
Yeah, he did have blonde hair. He had the bandana.
He had the denim jacket. I remember that now. The torn up denim jacket. You remember that?
Yes, I did. Yep. I know I'm doing these glasses shapes wrong.
It's fine. You're doing better than me.
Let's see. Yeah, they've got
Man.
the shape of the glasses almost has like an angry shape to it, so I think I need to redo that. Let me try it again. In the Dueling Scribe game, he had the ability Switcheroo, which ended up getting nerfed as well because it was overpowered. It was it would allow you to once you took a certain amount of life damage, you could swap one of the cards in your hand for a different card in your deck. You didn't get to pick, but it was
a draw power.
yeah, just a very versatile ability. So everybody was using it. I don't know that it was even necessarily overpowered, but it's like in most cases there was not any reason to pick any skill other than that one.
Yeah, because why would you?
Right. It was just.
I'm losing. I get to redraw a card, and you just suddenly make your deck instead of a 40 card deck, it's a 39 card deck, right?
Yep.
If you want to think of it that way, that's why cards like Pot of Greed were banned eventually in
Exactly.
official formats.
Yep.
If you remember that.
Yep. So that's the thing is people always look from the outside and they're like, well, this card all it does is draws you an extra card. What's so bad about it? But actually, it becomes a situation of why wouldn't you use this card in your deck? 'Cause
Right.
It's just like free draw power.
Right. And like TGCs, it's all about trying to make the probability of the deck draw the right card, right? So if a card lets you draw 2 cards, it effectively makes your chances higher, right? A 40 card deck now is effectively a 39 card deck. And if when it existed, were you allowed to have more than one in your deck?
Maybe very early on in the game, but for a long time it ended up restricted.
It was just eventually banned.
Finally banned, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which makes sense because its mere existence just makes the game. It didn't need to exist. There was no drawback to it.
Exactly.
There was no cost. So you just got a slightly smaller deck, and if you didn't run it, you were just effectively gimping yourself.
Exactly. Unfortunately.
They eventually introduced cards that let you draw, but also had a cost to them, like pay 1,000 life, draw extra 2 cards or something. And that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as there's a cost to it, that's okay. But Pot of Greed, no cost.
Yeah.
Wild. Stuff like Dark Hole.
Yeah.
Just kill everything. Destroy all cards. Done.
Yeah.
Mission complete.
It's always so. Oh man, here's a funny bit of trivia. I wonder if you knew this. In one of the latest series, they had a bad guy that came back. I mean that appeared, and his gimmick was that all of his cards are like the old cards that people thought were overpowered in the old game. So
Yeah.
so he'll flip like Mirror Force, and he'll flip Dark Hole and all that stuff. Like, basically, he's using all the cards that Yugi used, and when Yugi used them, they were good guy cards. But here, it's like everybody's like, "That's terrible. I can't believe he's doing."
I can't believe it.
He's like a bad guy because he's using the same cards that Yugi used to use.
To be honest, Yugi just had a stacked deck.
Yeah, well, he had the heart of the cards, so he could
Sure.
he could end up with a handful of like Beaver Warriors and stuff like that. It just didn't happen very often.
I guess so. Yeah, he could just draw a handful of like weak monsters, but he had effectively every overpowered card available in the game.
Yeah, Mirror Force and all that stuff.
Yeah, Mirror Force, Black Hole. I think he had Trap Hole too.
Yeah.
He just also didn't care about the rules as well. The rules did not apply to him.
Yep.
I use my monster to attack the field card. What?
Destroy the moon.
I destroy the moon. It's like, wait a minute. Where in the rules is this allowed?
Right?
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
One of the funniest, or maybe not the funniest, but just like the most like asinine was when he attacked the castle. He shoots one of his monsters out of the catapult turtle to attack the castle of Dark Fiends or whatever, Castle of Dark Illusions. And it destroys the ring around the castle, and then the castle falls and smashes all the guy's other monsters.
Wait a minute. Wait.
It's like stuff that like a kid would make up to like explain why he beat you in a video game.
Yeah, that's the power of the Millennium Puzzle, to legitimize claims made as a child.
Yes. Funny.
Oh, I remember that. That's right. The castle crashes down and kills all the other. Like, excuse me.
Right?
I think season 2 of the anime was a little less rule breaky.
That's right. Yeah.
But that'd be fun, actually. I think people have done it already. We're doing watch-alongs and just like call out every time Yugi breaks the rules.
Yeah. Even later into the series, so they got a lot better about it. But there was still some times where people would use like techniques and things that didn't make any sense if you were paying attention.
Right. Because some of it just was for the story. There was no way to legitimize the card effects.
Yeah. Right.
Or anything like that. Or shoot, I don't know.
You know,
it was so weird. Yeah, go on.
What was kind of funny is later on they made a lot of cards that were based on that period of the first season of the anime. So so they had a card called Destroy the Moon that was based on Yugi throwing the sword into the moon and all that stuff.
That's amazing. That's good.
But you know, at that point they were actually legitimate cards, like they were balanced and everything like that. But it was funny to me that they based them on on that part of the anime.
Destroy the moon.
Right. Funny stuff.
Man, I need to go back and watch it to see how ridiculous that series was.
It's fantastic. My brother and I rewatched it recently, and it is a lot of fun. Just one of those things where you want to quote every scene and everything like that, because it's even sillier than you probably remember.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Even beyond the rules and things like that.
The rules are just, rules are for the weak, Kaiba. Rules are for the weak, Kaiba. I tear your card in two.
Yeah.
Also, things that happen in the anime were just like straight up assault.
That's also true.
It's like very much like, wait, this is very illegal. I feel like they shouldn't be allowed to do this.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Man, with how funny the first series is, GX was even a little bit goofier. And
was it?
Yeah, not rules wise, but like just plot wise. The way I always summarize it is the last like arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is based on the fact that Jaden, the main character, won a contest, and by winning that contest, his art, like his monster drawing, was shot into space by Kaiba Corp in like a capsule, and in space it was irradiated with like radioactive energy, and that caused it to become the main antagonist of the end of the story.
What? So a what?
It doesn't make any sense. No part of that makes any sense. But that was the main antagonist of the final story.
Was an irradiated drawing that Jaden made?
Correct. Yes.
No.
Exactly.
You're messing with me. That's not real.
That's what it was. It was so
That's
funny.
no. I refuse to believe it.
It's if you look up the U-Bell arc, that's what happened.
You're legitimately just making things up right now. It's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that right now.
It sounds made up, but yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Let's see. Well, Ben and Keith doesn't have anything to do with Eldritch themes, but it was still a lot of fun to draw.
It became a creature that simply. So it was like, Father, why don't you love me?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what it was? That's.
It was funny.
Father, why? And wait. So it's formulating in my brain now. So that implies that it came back, resented Jaden, and also dueled. Is that what you're telling me?
Correct. Yeah, and it dueled using the card of itself as well. So.
Wait, where's the referee here? The man just drew his own card. You can't just do that.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Not
I
a lot
made
of referees.
This card.
Yeah.
What? Wait. I'm mad.
There's a lot of infuriating things thinking back on that.
Oh, well, I guess that's just Yu-Gi-Oh for you, right?
Yeah.
Man.
It's funny because everyone acted like Pegasus was really, being a jerk for using card. He was, the maker of Duel Monsters. So,
right.
So people were like, he made these cards and he has the only one. That's unfair. But that was kind of only the tip of the iceberg because later on you have, cards coming into existence that didn't even exist before the duel started.
Oh, yeah.
Weird stuff.
It was just the whole concept of the card game in the show was such a wild time. I made this card, Blue Eyes White Dragon. How many copies should we make, sir? 4.
Right.
For the world? Yes. It's called artificial scarcity, sir.
Right.
Like, wild. And it's something that happens actually regularly, where companies will actually do this, where they make artificial scarcity. Like, how do you run out of a pre-order?
Yeah.
Can you tell me that?
Exactly.
I've seen that happen recently. How do you run out of a pre-order? Isn't a pre-order meant to gauge the production they should make?
Mm-hmm.
Sure
happens.
It's fine. Maybe it's touching too close to real life, but you're
exactly right, Tom. Artificial scarcity is definitely a thing, especially if you're talking about collectible card communities.
Oh yeah.
Companies
running out of digital stock. Oh.
Right. Oh boy.
I'm ready with my torch. I'm ready. I'm angry. It's okay. It's okay. No anger. No. I'm a serene being of peace and no anger at all. Zero. I am serene. Let me draw myself being serene. Serene.
Serene, calm voices.
Serene, calm ocean. Serene. I put like stones on my head too. You know those heated stones that people do.
Oh yeah. For meditation.
Meditation stones. Yeah, there we go. I'm no longer thinking about terrible things. I'm good. I'm good. I've achieved nirvana. Good. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Still got a little bit more space. What else should I draw?
I know you play a lot of Strive. How do you feel about Jacko?
Jacko's interesting. I always loved Jacko's design back in the in Xrd. I really liked her mask and everything like that. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool to see her return again. When it comes to actually playing characters, I pretty much just play Faust. But
Okay.
but that said, it's still, I think she was a cool pick.
I don't look forward to fighting her. Apparently, it's a wild time
Yeah, it seems like she has
playing
lots
against
of
her.
like summons, like little creatures she throws around.
Kind of like how when sometimes Faust throws that little minion, it's just that, only that.
Yeah,
That sounds horrible. I can't wait to die.
right.
Uh,
It's funny. I recently went back and played a little bit more Guilty Gear XX after having only played Strive for a while, and going back and using classic Faust was a treat. he's so much different than the new Faust. That said, I think new Faust is cool too, and his design is very cool. It's just they changed so much about how he works that it's been a struggle for me and the other Fausties to get used to the new. Like the item toss, for instance, there's so many differences. The way his item toss used to work, he could only have one thing out at once. But with the exception of like consumable items he threw, almost everything he threw was really favorable for him.
but now it's potentially favorable for either party.
Yeah. Like the bomb, for instance, that's always kind of been a classic thing, but the enemy can knock it back at him now. So, but even more so than that, I think the harshest example is that horn he throws that makes all the little Fausts run across the ground.
Yeah.
Is entirely new to this game,
Yeah.
and it is a rough addition because the way it flies through the air, by default it's going to fall on the enemy, not you. So if you throw that item, usually the enemy is going to get it rather than you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It felt like whenever I played against a Faust, it was just kind of an RNG game. Like,
Yeah.
what could you get? You could get something great. I could get something great actually too. It's the best part. You might throw something at me very.
Right. So yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle getting back up to speed with Faust. But I'm still a dedicated Faust player.
Yeah. Stick to your guns forever.
Stick to my guns.
Respectable, truly.
I don't know if you were around for it, but I was mentioning when I was younger and I used to doodle on all my class schoolwork and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had so many pictures of Faust. Like I had gotten drawing him down to an absolute science. So I even had like just a notebook that I was full of tons of like as close as I could get it, remembering all of his moves. I had drawn them all out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was always a big Faust fan.
Dust off that resume. Time to join. What is it, Arxis?
Yeah. Our system.
Go. Get that application in. Let's go. Maybe.
Nah. But still, he's still a lot of fun to draw.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm very new to the Guilty Gear. Strive is definitely my first real attempt at a Guilty Gear of any kind. Used to play a lot of like old fighting games. We're talking like Street Fighter. Shoot, I guess I'll age myself if I go any further. But like Marvel's Capcom was
sure.
like one of my earlier memories of a fighting game.
I think I like to play just about any fighting game. Like I dabble in most of them. Like most of the times I won't devote probably as much time to them as I should. But Guilty Gear is definitely one of the ones I've played most of all, and it's especially been fun to play in the VTuber community because there's tournaments and things you can enter. So.
Oh yeah, have you joined any more tournaments as of late?
I have not joined another tournament, but I did play an exhibition set pretty recently. It was something organized by Saul Bamba. He had like 6 people on, and we did sets of 1st to 10, and it was a really good set too. I played against Courier Ty. It was very back and forth. I ended up going like 10-8, I think, but if I'm being honest, I think he probably deserved the wins more than me because we had a couple where we disconnected. And at that time, he was playing Axel Low, and it took me a really long time to adapt to Axel Low.
Oh, and then the disconnects allowed you to.
Yeah, I think they kind of invalidated what would have been some wins on his part. I think so. In my mind, it's there's every possibility that if that had not happened, he probably would have ran away with his head.
Yeah, I got you. I understand. I understand. I guess that's the way it goes. Just sometimes you get doxxed. I guess DDoSed.
Right.
Man, oh well. But yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Like if you're not familiar with the matchup, that also can decide a loss too, huh?
You mentioned Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Man, I still have really fond memories of when I was younger going into an arcade and seeing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I was like, oh man, this is the coolest fighting game that I've ever seen.
I thought too. Like, wait a minute, it's all these characters. What do you mean?
Right, and like for one thing, I was a huge Mega Man Legends fan, so I was like, what, Mega Man and Tron Bonne are in this and everything.
Yeah.
But then also just the comic characters and the really big sprites and everything like that. It was just like, geez, what a spectacle!
It was. I enjoyed the over the top anime style projectile supers, or just gigantic beams firing off the screen and such like that. Did you know that like there's no legitimate way to obtain a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Yeah. I think the last time I was able to buy it was all the way back on the PS3 as a digital download. But yeah.
Yeah, it's currently like just locked away and missing. God,
that's
like what the heck?
Yeah. And then
it's weird. Go on.
And I just couldn't get into Marvel vs. Capcom 3 the same way that I was enjoying 2. I don't know why.
Did you ever play Marvel vs. Capcom 1?
I did not. No. Did you?
Man, that was. I remember that. I remember playing a lot of that.
Yeah. Because they carried over a lot of the same like sprites and things from.
They did.
Yeah.
Added a lot more characters from various games and such like that.
Yeah.
I felt like they just copied over sprites from the other games.
They did. Do you ever see that meme that was like Morgan's sprite and Darkstalkers, and it's like,
oh yeah.
If you carry it forward to like the last game she was in, it's basically been the same sprite ever since her introduction.
Right. It was like what character were they compared to? Ryu. It was like Ryu in Street Fighter 1, Ryu in Street Fighter Turbo, and then it goes on and he's like wildly a little bit different every time, and then Morgan in Darkstalkers 1, 2, 3, current one. It's exactly the same.
Exactly.
With maybe a little bit more smoothing on the pixels, and that's it.
Yep.
Wild.
Very good. Let's see. Do you want to fill up this canvas anymore, or you want to?
I think I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I've been talking instead of trying, to be honest.
Yeah, same here.
Gomen Nasai.
Same here. It's all good. I'm gonna save this as canvas 3.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. All right, I got this saved. We're at almost 2 hours. Do you want to do another one, or do you want to wrap it up?
I suppose I should eat something at some point.
Yeah,
so...
I can kind of use some lunch myself. Maybe we'll go ahead and call this one just a little early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get the lunch. Let's go eat at our desks, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone in here. Let's eat. Let's go ahead and eat at our desk. What do you guys think, huh?
Right, that's the lesson for today. Remember, it's
I think that's what the lesson was. At least, yeah.
All right. I should mention. Do you have anyone who you want to raid?
I don't know. I guess I'll look.
Okay, that's fine.
Any preference? Is there any constraints I should follow?
No constraints at all. Anybody?
Let's go ahead and raid Jerma then. He's really hurting on those views. Only has 87,000 viewers right now.
Yeah, he needs it more than anybody.
Yeah. To be honest, he really needs it.
Right. Hey, if you told me, if you entreated me that you really wanted to raid Jerma, I'd do it. But it's all
no. I don't know. What do we got? We got. Let's see. I got No Name. No Name's playing Bug Fables. Ringe started a stream.
Oh yeah, and Ringe was in here earlier. That might be good.
Strategos Lucianos is playing Humankind right now. If you were interested in checking that out.
I got you.
Who else is on? Angie plays games. They're playing something called Paradigm. I'm just reading off who I have online.
Oh, cool.
Congo.
Yep, I saw he just started as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. Well, you mentioned Orange, and I've actually been meaning to check out their streams. Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
if you're okay with that, I think I might try that.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like Ringe. Let's go.
Cool. Let's do it.
Do we have a raid message?
I always forget to make a raid message. What should our raid message be?
It could be eat at your desk raid.
Eat at your desk raid. All right, everybody, let's go. Eat at your desk raid.
All right, nice. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna hit launch. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me, and just keep watch on Twitter for when my next stream is. Do you have anything you want to plug real quick? Disembodied Voices. Do you have a stream?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
I guess Sunday is my long stream, but it's very standard programming. That's how it goes.
I got you. All right, well, everyone, check that out, and we're going to do a raid. Thanks for being here, and thank you for coming on Disembodied Voices.
No, thank you for inviting me. I had fun. I like how we slowly evolved from Cthulhu to Yu-Gi-Oh references.
Right. Fun times. All right, catch you later.
Away we go.
Yeah. I just realized something.
Oh, there it goes.
Something a little frustrating is that I'm not following Orange yet, so I've got to get in there and do that real quick. Hold on one second. And I got to hit